Aquaponics is the combination of aquaculture and hydroponic technology to grow both fish and plants together in a closed-loop system. While aquaponics can play a vital role in increasing food security, it will be a most relevant educational tool because of its interdisciplinary nature and required technological skill set. With aquaponics, students can also conduct hands-on activities involving the theories of chemistry, physics, and biology to solidify their academic knowledge. Beyond standard science, technology, engineering, and mathematic principles, aquaponics relates to projects on sustainability, environmental science, agriculture, food system, health, economics, business, and marketing. The interdisciplinary nature of aquaponics will qualify it as an appealing tool for education. Aquaponics systems are sometimes challenging to implement and manage due to the need of a broad-based knowledge. Educators, lecturers, and practical instructors require appropriate training materials and training courses for their particular fields of education. The endeavors of the involved partners aim to develop and execute digital and interactive aquaponics study programs for South Africa and across the SADC region. A hybrid teaching approach will comprise pre-academic online courses, scientific graduate studies, live practical training workshops, conferences, and accompanying formats, such as virtual workshops.
My name is Kennedy Zama. I'm the Vice Dean for Research in the Faculty of Art and Sciences. I'm making this statement in support of the application to the Desert Foods proposal being submitted by Dr. Sally and his team, the SU Aquaculture Group. We as a faculty fully support this project proposal. We feel that the aquaculture group has a very strong footprint here on campus and has got the necessary facilities to actually undertake this proposal with our full support. The aquaculture group has very good experience in this area, and aquaponics is actually one of those technologies that we think are going to be very important going forward. It's one of those technologies that we deem to be very sustainable. And we believe that if this proposal is successful, then the whole aquaponics area will develop significantly, and that will benefit our farmers and also help with our research and teaching programs here at the university. So we therefore fully endorse and support this proposal. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Khalid Sali. I am the Aquaculture Academic Coordinator at Stellenbosch University. I'm a senior researcher and teacher in the Department of Animal Sciences. We present numerous curriculum on aquaculture, which include post-matric or school-leaving curriculum, and then we have undergrad as well as postgraduate curriculum. Aquaponics is an area that is one of our flagship research programs. We are doing numerous investigations, trying to improve the efficiency of operation and of the farming system. We are incorporating studies into diversifying the species in terms of fish being used, as well as the different plant species. We are also concentrating on using indigenous plants and also a variety of drought-resistant plants. Aquaculture has the opportunity to present a farming system where you can optimize the production of plants and fish, and also you increase the value of the water. We are also very interested in nutrient cycling. That is where the one waste from the fish production is then used as a nutrient for plant production. But the whole time we are also trying to make it more applicable to different areas. We are improving the energy consumption. We are improving the operational cost. So it can be applied then to different areas and different landscapes. Aquaculture definitely has opportunity to present then business opportunity. We are trying to combine science as well as engineering to produce a system which can be applied in different areas and in different ways. And through that, we can improve the knowledge and understanding of how farming system works, but it can also present an opportunity to different communities where they can actually have a business operation. They can look at job creation. They can look at participating in marketing and trading of products. And also one can look at own supply at household level. Aquaponics further on has the opportunity now to provide this opportunity through different mediums. We are always looking at ways of improving the knowledge transfer from where knowledge is created to the areas where it can be applied. And we have numerous forms of blended learning where we make use of the online platform, and it all presents an opportunity for the aquaponics training program to be much more accessible in anywhere in the world per se. So the accessibility is quite important. The blending learning and how we make use different tools for providing this learning opportunity is one of the important aspects of the aquaculture and the aquaponics training program. Thank you very much.
My name is Henk Stander. I'm the Principal Technical Manager at the Aquaculture Unit at Stellenbosch University. And I've been doing some research in aquaponics for the last 5 to 7 years. The global populations will keep on growing. And with global warming, there will be a lot of pressure on resources to produce food for the growing populations. We know that food prices are increasing, and with global warming, we're experiencing a lot of droughts and storms. So the weather is becoming much more unpredictable. If you think of something like aquaponics, it's a combination of recirculation aquaculture technology and hydroponics. But instead of hydroponics, where it's not organic or sustainable, where you use chemicals, in the case of aquaponics, you actually make use of waste products from fish. And when you grow vegetables in a closed system, it's much more ecological friendly. There's no waste products ending up in the environment. And you can build your aquaponics system close to the market. So you can cut on your transporting costs, which make the food cheaper. And it's also fresher, healthier to eat. We don't use any herbicides or pesticides, so it's completely organic. Our partnership with Desert Foods will create a lot of knowledge and actually a kind of a knowledge base where we can train small farmers, poor people about the basic things in aquaponics, how to set up your own aquaponics system in your backyard, how to care for the fish, how to produce your own vegetables, that you can subsidize or substitute your food on your table and create an almost like a food security in stream, that you can put something on the table for your family. You won't be able to produce all your food in an aquaponics system, but it can supplement your existing food needs. And it's safe, it's healthy, and especially after this post-COVID stage, we need to eat fresh, healthy, safe food to build up our immune systems. And the nice thing about aquaponics is you actually don't need a big farm. It's very intensive. You can do it on a small piece of land, and you actually don't have to own the land yourself. You can rent it or make use of a piece of land which is not in use, vacant land, and that can be a solution for the government's land reform project, because we can supply and produce food without handing over farms which become dormant and just lay as white elephants and have no use. We must think of smarter, climate smart solutions to create food for the growing populations on the planet. We are already using about 40% of the surface of the planet to produce food, and 12% of that is used for growing crops. So we cannot continue in that basis. We need to do things differently. We need to be smarter, more efficient, try to produce food in a much more sustainable and efficient way, and make the food more accessible to poorer communities in dry urban countries. When you operate an aquaponics system, you obviously have to be very hands-on. And we can use technology, for instance, a smartphone, which have an app or a program on it to assist us to operate the aquaponics system. And it's almost like a merger between the traditional way of farming and new technology to make it easier and to make the farmer more successful. So the smartphone or the software program can be a guideline to assist the farmer in producing the vegetables and the fish for his household. So in recent years, we had a lot of protests and riots in South Africa about this whole issue of fees must fall. It is very expensive for a person to go and study at a university. But if you analyze the costs, it's only about 25% of the cost, which is actually for the study. The rest of the cost, 75%, is for accommodation, traveling, living resources. So if we think of more online digital education, it will make it a lot cheaper, and poor people will be able to have access then to these courses and to these training courses, which make it much more sufficient. More people can then enroll for these courses, they can afford it, and they can follow the course from a smartphone from their home. We know that data cost is coming down, it's becoming more and more affordable, and poor people, all of them nowadays have a smartphone which they can use. They don't need a very expensive computer or a tablet, they can use just a normal smartphone to access these courses.
My name is Lance Quitting. I'm a passionate aquaponics farmer up in Gauteng. My farm's in Hekpoort, north of Gauteng, and I started aquaponic farming about 6 years ago. I started with a tiny backyard system. I used some filing cabinets and the plastic filing cabinets that holds water and a few pumps that were lying around, and I put this together. And the passion grew and grew and grew until today, where I've got in excess of 3,500 square meters of DWC grow bed space and a decent fish or aquaculture setup that can produce around 20 tons a year. And the combination of the waste from the fish goes into the grow beds where I grow veggies. So it's been an interesting period where it's taken me 6 years to gain a basic understanding of what aquaponics is. But not only me, it's taken a time to get the staff on the farm to have that same basic understanding. And I mean, this industry is new, it is up and coming, it's sexy, and fulfills a very, very important role within our lives today. And that is farming in a very intense fashion. So we don't have a huge need for land, but most importantly, water-wise. We use 250 milliliters of water to grow a lettuce. Now, traditionally in open field planting, irrigation, the farmers are using between 50 and 100 liters of water to grow that same lettuce. And we all know that around the world, water is becoming a bigger topic. There's less of it. And this, we firmly believe that this is the technology in the agricultural world that will allow us to farm intensively and farm with a wise use of our natural resources. The most important thing on my farm is the knowledge and how we gain that knowledge. And our recent partnership with Stellenbosch University has brought a huge energy to the table to get this knowledge packaged into a way and get it out there with the varying forms of media and opportunities to engage and learn, right up to practical on-the-ground experience. And we firmly believe that this is the only way we're going to be able to develop and grow this industry, is by making sure that the knowledge that the forefathers or the pioneers, or whatever you want to call the guys that have got in early, have taken, are going to be able to pass that knowledge on and give that knowledge through to the youngsters that are keen and up and coming. So yeah, we as a group are extremely excited about the partnership between Desert Foods International, Stellenbosch University, and Integrated Aquaculture on the ground here in Gauteng to allow the practical opportunities for youngsters to come and learn and to grow in this industry that I think is going to be so important in the agricultural space in the near future.
South Africa is regarded as a water-scarce country, and one of its biggest challenges is food production and food security. Poverty is still rife in the country, and the disparity between the rich and the poor is still a dividing factor. Furthermore, South Africa has a tremendous challenge with land redistribution to make agricultural land also available to those previously excluded communities, those who were disenfranchised as a result of apartheid. For the new post-apartheid government, this is really a tough nut to crack. But unfortunately, there is also not the political will to address this legacy. Aquaponics seems to be an answer to include all communities and those who could not participate economically in food production in the past. They can now participate in this exciting farming methodology. This can be practiced on small portions of land, even in your backyard, where veggies and fish can be cultivated. Proper training is a prerequisite to lay the foundation and to prevent failure. The participation of the agricultural faculty of the University of Stellenbosch as our training partner can secure success. We envisage to offer training from post-matric or even lower high school grades to the level of master's and doctoral studies in aquaponics. Most important is practical training, which will allow students to experience the feel for farming. I thank you.